The many mythologies of our world are nothing but embellished versions of histories of different cultures. However, the Indian mythology has more layers than the others to peel in order to find the truth underneath. It is because the scribes of the Indian mythology, namely the Brahmins, have distorted their own history at different times for different reasons that even the Brahmins of today cannot help but quote the wrong narrative. In fact, the Brahmins were the original Semites, who were the true sons of King Bharat of India, who indeed was the biblical Shem. During his time, they were worshipping Noah's god Yahweh by his title Narayana. Now, Narayana means the one who rested on the waters, and the Bible states that Yahweh rested on the waters. He had nothing to do with Vishnu, who came much later. At that time, which is around 2500 BC, the African invaders took over India. When that happened, some of the sons of Shem, who we call Brahmins today, managed to be the priestly class. The rest of their own lot, having mixed with the Africans, became a brown population. These brown people were despised. How do I know? In Hindi language, the brown color is called
Bhura,
and a bad person is called
Bura,
which literally means that he is brown. I know some Hindi-speaking person would like to point out that these two B sounds are pronounced differently, but it is very subtle that it's hardly noticeable in spoken language. Then the Brahmins, who were still pure and fair, were forced to represent a religion which is just the opposite of their forefather Shem's. The reason being that Ham, the progenitor of the invaders, whom the Indians call Kamdev, hated Yahweh God, and Noah had excommunicated him. You can read it in the Bible. However, in this helpless situation, one good thing that the Brahmins did was color-coding the gods of this new religion in such a way that their racial division was still maintained. All the Semitic people in normal color, the Africans in purple, the creatures from the abyss in green, some characters like planets in red, and so on, as you see in this picture. It helps a lot to understand who was who because of the colors in which they have been depicted. Maybe they hoped that one day someone like me would decode their coloring and understand the truth and share it with others. Thus, the Brahmins, who once were worshipping the true God Yahweh, having to toe the line with their invaders, started worshipping dead kings, planets, and some fallen entities from the Lucifer's abyss. As time went on, they became the ardent defenders of this false religion. And today, even if someone managed to make them understand, it is impossible for them to accept the truth and the true God behind it because of the status quo they want to maintain and not willing to lose the high status they have been enjoying in the society for millennia. That's what I call the Brahmin dilemma, friends. Thanks for watching.